What do we have for Scorpio? Judgment. Scorpio, Pluto energy at the foundation of the reading, Scorpio. Well, it certainly wouldn't be a Scorpio reading without getting a little old-fashioned judgment right out the gate, Scorpio. There's an overwhelming sense of individuals now realizing that they underestimated you, Scorpio. There are a lot of people that are in regret because of the direction you're heading. Now, you can already be having some sort of success in your life in regards to something that nobody really supported you with, or it's something that you're quickly heading towards. But this all has to do with your purpose. You were really called by the divine to go in this direction. And I feel that a lot of people tried to discourage you. A lot of people tried to put you in a box. A lot of people really wanted to tell you who you are and what you can and cannot achieve. And you're actually succeeding at every single thing, or you're about to, that all these individuals told you at one point in your life you never would succeed at. I'm also getting a heavy trolling and stalking energy, and this has been coming up, I think, in all the zodiac readings, and this is because we're getting ready to go into a new year. It's essentially another cycle. There's a lot of people that I feel are being left behind on the previous cycle, and we can all very much feel this inside the collective right now. All of you Scorpios that have been doing this work, doing the best you possibly can to better your circumstances, to better your life, to cut old karmic cords from cycles that do not serve your highest good anymore, you're on to the next level in the game. And these individuals are now getting the memo. So an example that I wanted to give you, Scorpio, say you succeed at something in your life that, say, a family member told you that you'd never succeed at. Instead of coming to you and giving you your flowers, so to speak, they will come to you and say, oh, who cares? That doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. Something along these lines. And it's really in these moments that you really start to see that these individuals never had your best interest in mind. And a lot of these individuals, these family members, these friends, for some of you exes, just people really close to you, you went to for advice. You went to for some sense of validation. You went to for guidance on your path. And these people sent you down an alternate route to the direction that the divine has always had in mind for you. And this is a form of judgment for you, though, Scorpio, because you had to learn how to nurture your connection with your higher self, the divine and God, and get all your guidance from source. A lot of you have learned this lesson now, and you just won't be making that mistake anymore as you move forward into the future. But the other side of this now, Scorpios, as well, is that now that you're in this new space, you have this new sort of mindset, a new way of doing things, you really have to start rewriting the story in how you go about believing in yourself. See, Scorpios, before you're awakened to your power and your purpose, you'll be thinking about all the things that are going to go wrong, which stifles you from making the action to begin with. But now, as we're moving forward into this new cycle, Scorpios, you're not even going to think about it. You're just going to take that leap of faith and go for it. And what you're going to find is you're going to start succeeding more times than you fail when you do this. Will there be failures in the future, Scorpio? Probably. Will there be successes? Yes, many more, because you're going to be taking more chances toward those successes. And Scorpio, try rewriting your mindset around failure. And I've spoken about this before. And that's you starting to think about failure as just one less route, one less possibility to actually succeeding at said thing you're going for. So when you think about it that way, failure really doesn't even exist. It's like a sort of programming that has been instilled into you to hold you back. See, people want you to dwell on the failures, when what you should be doing is picking yourself back up and working towards narrowing those possibilities. Because once you figure this strategy out, Scorpios, you will always succeed. Never give up, Scorpios. That is the overall theme here. Never, ever give up. Keep pushing forward, because success will be yours if you take on this mindset. What do we have at the sacral, please? Seven of Cups, Scorpio energy at the sacral. Wheel of Fortune, Sag energy at the Solar Plexus. Very powerful energy here, Scorpio. So as we can see with this Wheel of Fortune at the Solar Plexus, this is you stepping through this portal into this new timeline, into alignment with this energy of purpose that the divine has called for you to grab a hold of. And then these distracting energies, 7 of Cups, Scorpio, that's also your energy. Low vibrational Scorpio energy is what I'm picking up here. See, they want to come through. Oh, it doesn't even matter, Scorpios. What you're doing, it doesn't make a difference. Nobody cares. Right? You could literally be having major success, and these energies from the past will tell you that it doesn't matter, right? They want so badly for you to give it up, even in the face of your success. They will never, ever give you credibility, Scorpio, for what you are achieving in your life. Not only does this enable you to see their true colors and what they always had in mind for you, but it's also a clear indication that these people have not done any work, because until they do the work, this energy will remain. It's programmed into them. These individuals were assigned to you from the moment of inception, Scorpio, to make sure that you don't reach this goal right here. But it's too late now. You've hit the ground running, and it's too far gone. They've lost their grip. They've lost control over you. And see, what you're starting to realize now, Scorpios, is that you are being controlled without even really knowing it, because you were trapped inside this idea of what they told you you were. See, there's been a lot of mental manipulation and gaslighting that the Scorpio collective has had to come up against, really making you second guess yourself, Scorpio, making you second guess your own mental process. Right? And I think it was the Pisces reading that I just did. I was talking about how dangerous gaslighting is, right? Gaslighting is obviously a tactic by which an event happens. You tell the truth about that event, and then the other person says, no, that never happened. See, gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation in which the abuser attempts to sow self-doubt and confusion in their victim's mind. See, gaslighters want to gain power over you by distorting reality and forcing you to question your own judgment and intuition. And I would go as far as saying that Scorpios have probably had to endure this more than any other zodiac sign because of the threatening nature of a Scorpio's awakening process. You see, because you're the 8th house of transformation, Scorpio, it's essentially your job to create an influence around awakening. You transform into the best version of yourself, and then you become an influence for all those around you, right? And when a Scorpio awakens, they also awaken to a lot of truth. They unearth a lot of darkness, lies, and secrets that have been buried throughout their life. This is usually fueled by this awakening, and it becomes subject matters that the Scorpio utilizes to create illumination and awareness as to what was holding them back the entire time. Simply put, Scorpios, people are terrified of you speaking your truth. They hate it, and they will do anything and everything to stop this from happening. Even once you've crossed over that threshold, these people will never stop. I was having this vision of an individual who went through the awakening process, and they put out a book, and they were doing a book tour, and they were at a bookstore doing a Q&A for their book release, and this family member of theirs that they hadn't seen in several years came out of nowhere and attacked them, tried to hurt them, because there's a lot of exposure in this book. This is exactly what I'm picking up here, Scorpios. It's this kind of energy, okay? A lot of jealousy, a lot of hatred in the family, in the friend circles. And a lot of their reaction also has to do with the fact that they've done so much against you that can be deemed as almost unforgivable, Scorpio. I mean, I think that you have all forgiven as much as you possibly can. But for those of you who have dealt with things like family members or friends or whoever it may be, literally trying to do things to come for your life, it's like, how do you forgive that? The forgiveness process for something like that is very complicated. But whatever the case, there's just a seriousness to a lot of these tactics that these individuals have used against you. They can't come back from what they've done, and they know that, so they're acting out. And this is all a part of their karma, because I feel a lot of these people are being hit with different forms of poverty as well, whether it be financial, emotional, Most of it will be spiritual. It's just an energy where it's like you're the only one that can help them now, but they can't make their way back to you, which puts them in a very complex situation. And the only way out of that is to crack open their own ego. And most of these people would rather die before they do that. What do we have at the heart, please? Two of Pentacles, Capricorn energy at the heart. And so here you are, Scorpio. It's like you're on the precipice of change. You are now breaking out of this karmic cycle you have been in with these individuals, these dynamics that we're speaking of here, right? It's like you are the harbinger of change and you are in control. It's like you finally got a grip on everything that's always been holding you back, and you can finally see your success on the horizon line because of all the work you've put in. It's like you're engaged in this balancing act right now. You're moving in this very methodical fashion in order to be able to step into this new timeline. This also represents an energy of you adapting to this new way of life. You're leaving the failures of the past behind, and you're stepping into a new life cycle that is framed with success, Scorpio. But this is all because you've changed your mindset. You've changed your life. You've changed the people that you allow into your energy. And sometimes, Scorpios, it can be one person in your life that is the deciding factor to you having success in your life or not, because of how strong their energy is inside your auric field. And for most of you, it's going to be a family member, maybe somebody older than you, could even be an older sibling, just somebody, again, who you would look to for advice or validation, somebody who was influential in some sense, that was always holding you back. These people can't come back, Scorpios. There's too much to lose now. And the amount of work you've put in to lose something like this because you want to let somebody back into your life because you feel sorry for them or something like this, is you literally sacrificing yourself in order to enable somebody's nasty behavior towards you. See, and that's what all of you have been doing up until this point. But it wasn't really something that you had knowledge of. You couldn't really articulate it until now. So you need to protect this, Scorpio, like it's a newborn child. No one is worth sacrificing all of this for. Because think about that. What kind of person would require you to sacrifice all you've built for them? No one who truly loves you would even entertain the idea of you doing that. Scorpio, people who come into your life now need to bring something positive to the table, need to support you on your path. That needs to be the new admission fee to having you in their life. Your dreams are a possibility. Your dreams are materializing. They're already here for you in the ethers, Scorpios. But you need to get over this idea that things simply don't work out for you. That is all a part of the old story. It was never your story. It was just something that you were programmed into thinking. What do we have at the throat, please? Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And there they are, right? Watching you as you're on the precipice of success, on the precipice of change. There's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of chatter around the Scorpio collective right now. There's a lot of trolling. There's a lot of stalking. But you may as well get used to this, Scorpios, because I'm sorry to say all of this is only going to increase the more success you have in your life. And I can tell you right now, Scorpios, there's going to be a whole lot of success from what I've been picking up for all of you. Most of you have taken on a very humble approach to what success looks like for you, which is key. Okay, this is the perfect way to approach all of this, Scorpios, but this is exactly why the divine is going to show out for you. Okay, all of those things that you've had on your list, Scorpio, of achievements, even the wild, outlandish ones, that all fall inside of what the divine has in mind for you and your purpose and your path, are actually attainable, Scorpios. This is the cycle we're stepping into if you've been doing the work, because God is going to use you all as an example. That's the point here. The individuals that have been doing the work are being propped up into a position to be made an example out of by the divine. So that will influence others to do the same work. Think about it. You are a divine weapon of the gods, used as a means to wake up those who are still slumbering inside the matrix. You are literally a last hope, Scorpios. And, oh my God, God, the Hierophant, Taurus energy right there at the third eye, confirming everything I just said. And what I said about this gossip and all this increasing, God is going to make sure this increases, because it's all a part of waking these people up. See, this is going to increase as your success increases, right? So the more your success increases, the better chance the divine has of waking these people up, because they're seeing you do it. God literally standing right here. Yes, look what my child Scorpio is doing, collective. That could be you as well if you put the work in, but you must put the work in. Can't just sit around and gossip about Scorpio. See, the way you pull this off, Scorpio, is by surrendering to the divine. This is what you've figured out now. You surrender to the divine, and you now start following the plan that God has in mind for you, right? We make plans and God laughs. In Scorpio, the one thing about this is the plan that God has for us, when he laughs at us and says, no, you're not going to do it like that, you're going to do it like this, is always so much better than we could have ever possibly imagined. There's an emphasis here on your intuition with this Hierophant at the third eye, Scorpios. There's heavy downloads coming through right now. Pay attention to all of this. I feel that a lot of you are having a lot of visions of your future. You may be feeling more creative than you have in a really long time. These are downloads coming to you. And also, make sure you're asking for things, Scorpio, like, God, how do I move this way? What do you think I should do about this? Things like this. And watch how fast these answers start coming to you. A couple days ago, I was sitting down writing my 2024 manifestation list. I made one big list of everything that I want to achieve by the end of 2024, and now I'm going through and I'm dividing all those things across the months, what I want to achieve by the end of each month. And when I was done with this list, Scorpios, within a couple of hours, I started getting tons of downloads surrounding a couple of things that were on that list. There was a couple of things I put on the list where I had no idea how I was going to go about doing those things just yet, but I just put them on there because I knew that I needed to start working towards those things. And sure enough, the downloads came through. I started to get these really creative ideas around those things. Okay, so just an example around, one, how powerful manifestation is. Okay, I highly recommend that. But also making sure that you're setting your intentions. You're giving the divine an opportunity to answer your questions. You got to ask, okay? And when you think about free will, it makes sense that we have to ask. Because I used to think, like, why wouldn't God just tell me? Why do I need to ask? And then I realized, oh, free will, right? What do we have at the crown, please? Unbelievable. 9 of Wands, Sag energy at the crown. Okay, so further reiterating everything I said here, God making an example out of you, right? It's like all these people beat you down, so to speak, slandered you, spoke this wickedness on your name or into your life. But God propped you back up on your feet, put a bandage around your head. I just heard knocked down 8 times, but got up 9. 9 is right before 10, and that's when you have this breakthrough, Scorpios, meaning the breakthrough is right there on the horizon. 9 of Wands is all about resilience. It's God making it an example out of what a true test of faith is. You've kept persisting forward despite any setbacks that anybody has put on your path. Everything they've used against you, and you've kept getting up, Scorpios. And now they're starting to realize it's because you are who you say you are. You're going to achieve what you've always set out to achieve. And it's because God has your back. You're one of God's greatest students, Scorpios. And at the beginning of all this, it certainly didn't feel that way. A lot of you felt forgotten by the universe. A lot of you felt insignificant. But it was all a part of it. You had to go through feeling that way, Scorpio, so you can nurture this connection with God and be closer than ever to the divine in your spirit team. Because once you cross over this threshold, you start to realize they were there the entire time. They just stood back, as hard as it was for them to stand back and not intervene. It was all a part of the process to make you who you've become, Scorpio. It had to go down this way. What do we have at the foundation for Scorpio, please? Justice, Astaroth, Libra energy at the foundation. And this is representing those family members, Scorpios. There's people in your energy, and I was feeling this before this card even came out. I've been feeling this for quite a while. People think it's unfair that you're being given this opportunity, that God is guiding you, that the divine is protecting you. Like, why you, right? And these are the kinds of people that ask this question, and they've done zero work, Scorpios, right? There's no loyalty to these people. God gives them an offer, they'll take an offer from God. If the devil gives them an offer, they'll take an offer from the devil. They'll defect to whatever suits them in that moment. There's no integrity, there's no loyalty, there's no allegiance. And these are the kinds of people that are used as pawns by God and the devil. See, God uses these individuals to help wake you up to your purpose, stands back, right? And the devil uses these individuals just to see if quite possibly they might be able to stop you, all well knowing that chances are pretty slim. He just uses them as an extension of his own wickedness. But it always ends in them being cast out by not only the divine, but also the underworld. There's also an emphasis on the lack of accountability here again, which is obvious, but they are emphasizing it here with this justice underneath this judgment, right? So it's like they show up to divine court, judgment like this, right? They're like, yes, I'm not guilty. To the judgment angel, who has a record of all events. See, these are the kinds of individuals who are so consumed by lies and gaslighting, it's actually become them. That's all a part of their karma. It's a form of madness. Too many cards. What do we have at the sacral? Wow, the Fool, Cameo. See, and here they are, trying to create this confusion so you don't step through this portal, right? Here they are tiptoeing around. I wonder if we'll be able to hoodwink and bamboozle Scorpio this time, right? Some of the people you could be dealing with could look like that. I don't know why, but I'm picking up on quite possibly a sibling that might look like that. I just heard an aunt. I mean, you can't really tell if that's male or female, right? There's a mustache and a goatee, but then it looks like there's some breasts, quite possibly a low-hanging belly. But either way, this is somebody who's very, very sneaky. They're trying to create resistance in your life. It's like they want so badly for you to give up on yourself, Scorpio. They just want you to go away. And this all has to do with you knowing who they really are, right? So in the Pisces reading, I was talking about how Pisces was kind of like this Pandora's box. Pisces saw something they did and was now awakening spiritually and starting to speak about these things. Same energy here, Scorpios. I actually think I even mentioned you in that reading. I gave the example about how each zodiac sign will come across individuals in their life that try to bring out the worst in them, essentially the shadow side of their zodiac sign. So for you, Scorpios, because you're the sign of transformation, death, and rebirth, death to the old or birth to the new, you are literally the phoenix rising from the ashes. That's what the Scorpio archetype is. You'll come across people, and it's usually in your family, that want to stop you from transforming into the best version of yourself. So they'll use all these tactics to try and bring out your shadow. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Knight of Wands. Wow. And one of the tactics they'll use will come in the form of very toxic karmic relationships you have with people. Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy. This represents all of that. It's like you being wrapped up in really chaotic and toxic romantic relationships that literally stop you from stepping in to your purpose and fulfilling your destiny. The devil will send these individuals into your life. And these are the kinds of individuals that on the surface are very irresistible, Scorpio. Okay, and I know that all of you know exactly what I'm talking about, male or female. But when you start peeling back the layers, there's nothing but a demon lurking within. Scorpios, moving forward, most if not all of you need to start rewriting your story around love and the kinds of people that you start allowing into this space, okay? You need somebody who's going to support you. You need somebody who's going to protect you, male or female. You need someone who's obviously going to love you. You need somebody that you can grow with. You need somebody who's not going to stand in your way of you fulfilling your destiny, Scorpios. These are the most important things you need to look for, because these traits that these individuals you've been dealing with, have been coming with, don't last long, Scorpios. They fade. Look for somebody who's going to be your best friend, not somebody who's going to hang off your arm like an ornament. I know that a lot of you understand and get that now, but it's been a part of Scorpio's karma to work through all that, because this energy here is all about divide and conquer, Scorpios. And these individuals have been hand-selected by the devil himself. And if you're a single Scorpios, they will never stop trying to make their way into your life. And it's right underneath that Wheel of Fortune. Right, it's like here you are, stepping into the new timeline, going through the portal, and then there they are in the distance. See you on the other side, Scorpios. Right, it's like the same spirit, but different human. Incubus, succubus energies. It's like spirit of Lilith, this kind of energy here. And then I have Moon on the bottom of the deck. Beelzebub, right? All about things that are hidden in plain sight. Says right there, literally, sets demons upon men to destroy them with vices. And for a lot of Scorpios, it's going to be toxic intimacy. What do we have at the heart, please? Ah, there it is again. Cameo. Fool in its negative polarity. Scorpio, I'm getting something here with this Fool in its negative surrounding this Knight of Wands. Well, like I was saying, it's like the devil sent this energy into your life. But that can also represent family members sending somebody into your life. Whether this is in the past or right now. Oh, wow. Okay. So your family, or whoever this is who's trying to stop you from moving forward in this direction, can't get to you because you have this protection around you. God's protecting you from them. So they're trying to, and you also have walls up. You could have some of these people blocked. They just can't seem to get an open line to you. So it's like they're sending in this person, male or female, depending on what you are, to get inside your energy. Get into your personal space. And I just heard to take something. I'm hearing something about a book. Maybe some of you are writing a book. This is a really good example. It's general, but it could quite possibly speak about other things you could be working on as well, Scorpios. But say you're working on a book, you're speaking your truth in this book. These family members are trying to stop you from speaking this truth. They can't get to you, so they're trying to send somebody very irresistible into your life to maybe get into your personal space and take this book, something like this. Right, it says right there, ignorance. They think that you'll fall for this because I feel that this is a tactic that's been used against you in the past in some capacity. But I feel that these attempts, Scorpio, are always going to come with some sort of warning. It's like God is going to let you know. So you're going to have the sinking feeling. So just be aware, Scorpios, okay? If you are having breakthroughs in your life right now and you are working on something that has to do with your success and moving in this new direction, I would personally recommend that you don't even entertain any of these energies right now. You need all your energy focused on your purpose. I just heard very clearly, now's not a time for love. Now's the time for success. And then this Two of Pentacles here. It's like they're trying to get you to... It's like they know you're on the precipice, right? So they're trying to get to you before you pull the plug and step into this new timeline. They want you to juggle some sort of toxic love here with this new success. And then look, here they are standing back. Right, real sneaky, side-eyeing. Just waiting for something to go down. Look, here they are again, right? Tiptoeing around. La, la, la. Scorpio will never know that it was us. And then we have 10 of Wands, Nanuel, Sag energy, spiritual communication. And this is an energy of freedom, Scorpios, saying no. Okay, so it goes along exactly with what I just said. Now's not a time for love. Don't even fall for this. Don't even put yourself out there in this capacity right now. Even astrologically speaking, it's not time for it. You need to stay very focused right now, Scorpio. It's absolutely crucial that all your time, energy, and focus is on your path, your purpose. All hands on deck, Scorpios. And this is always going to be the time when all this distraction comes through, because you are in the 11th hour. You are about to have a breakthrough. What do we have at the throat? Wow. 10 of Swords, a breakthrough is right. Here's your new start, Scorpios. You're getting ready to go through this portal. It's an energy of moving on. And it's like the divine closes this iron door around the old portal, right? And then here's all these eyes. They're all watching you in your new beginning. What's Scorpio doing over there? I want to be a part of Scorpio's new beginning. Revelation protects from sadness, gives revelations in dreams. The marvelous God, Gemini energy with that 10 of Swords. God is going to prepare a table for you in front of your enemies, Scorpio. Page of Swords stacked with 10 of Swords at the throat. This is like talk of the town kind of energy. Page of Swords at the throat, 10 of Swords. Everybody talking about your new beginning, gossiping. But these are all people that never supported you. What do we have at the third eye? Wow. 10 of Cups. Pisces energy. Ha-I-L. God, master of the universe. Divine warrior. Confounds the wicked. Brings victory and peace. And Scorpio, here's your higher self, here's you right now, and then here's your inner child, right? It's like you're healing your inner child as you're going through this process. Your higher self is coming online, guiding you into this new beginning. And after everything I just said about now's not a time for love, we get 10 of Cups on the other side of this 10 of Swords. So there's a process to this. You have to go through this cycle. Focus on your purpose and the mission at hand. And then once you get to the other side of it, 10 of Cups, which is the general picture of happiness. From the right of Waite, this is the man and woman with the 2 kids standing underneath the rainbow in front of the house that has a little stream running through it. So that is in your future. It's right here. I can't believe they just gave us that after what I just said. Because they want you to hold on to hope for love too, Scorpios. But they just need you to see that there's a process to it. And it's right underneath God. It's like a divinely ordered love, Scorpio. But you achieve this by also achieving love within self. Love of God. This is just a natural byproduct of all the work you've been through. 10 of Cups at the third eye. Third eye, all related to the vision you have for yourself. Unbelievable. Wheel of Fortune again, Scorpios. Sag energy. We have it twice on the table. There's a lot of fortune on this table. Metatron, the recording angel. Advancement and progress, teaches, guides, and records events in the book of life. And I was talking about back here about the judgment angel having recorded all of these events, right? And then we get this confirmation here closing out the reading. Everything has been accounted for. Everything is working in your favor. You just need to march lockstep with the divine. Don't step off path and entertain these demons, these shadow energies, these family members, these friends, these exes. It would literally be self-sabotage for you to do that right now. And there's way too much to lose here, Scorpios. We have 2 Wheel of Fortunes on the table. Whole new life cycle. destiny energy. You stepping into the actual vision you've always had for your life. It's right here. And this is the process by which you do it. Scorpios, this is the messages I've available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below this video. And thank you for your donation, Scorpios. Take care.